Hey, good afternoon. It's 12:05 on February the 1st. And happy Saturday to all you guys out there. Hope you guys are having a great day. Thought I'd share something with you guys. Game Rant, this is 2 days ago. During Microsoft's fiscal year 2025 quarter two earnings call, the company announced that Xbox content and service revenue grew by 2%, thanks largely to the record quarter for Game Pass. PC's Game Pass have recently seen 30% spike in its subscriber count. Games like Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, Indiana Jones, and The Great Circle has contributed to the service success. Yeah, I heard Indiana Jones is just doing really good. I just don't know if I'd like that game or not, even though I like those type of games. But my son was going to buy that game for me, but it was sold out at uh, that place that sells Best Buy. Best Buy didn't have any. It says the past few months have been big for Xbox Game Pass, the subscriber service setting a major new record for quarterly revenue. Microsoft has veered away from likes of Sony and Nintendo recently, focusing more on software service that's putting out a new hardware. It seems to be working too, with Xbox Game Pass seeing strong performance in both sales and activity from existing customers. Uh, then it says this isn't the first bit of good financial news for Microsoft's gaming segment has received lately. Okay, yeah, this isn't the first bit of good financial news Microsoft gaming segment has received lately. Recently, industry analysis showed that Microsoft was December 2024. Microsoft was December of 2024's top game publisher by a long margin, and with much of its revenue coming from Microsoft published games bought and played on other companies' console. The tech giant latest earning call has now detailed just how strong its subscription service has been over the past few months. Microsoft released its fiscal year 2025 uh, quarter two earnings call on January 29th, revealing the Xbox content service revenue grew by 2%, thanks largely to the record quarter for Game Pass. That's good. Much of Game Pass's growth came from a notable recent day one release, which that's what their that's what their goal was. Yeah, it says Game Pass. Much of let's see, thanks to largely the record quarter of Game Pass, much of Xbox Game Pass growth has came from the notable recent day one release. The report cited how Black Ops 6 had the biggest launch of any Call of Duty title and remained the top selling game on both Xbox, PlayStation for the quarter. PC sales also, this is a good part too. Everything's good I'm reading though. PC sales also contributed to the record-breaking period, with PC Game Pass seeing 30% spike in its subscriber count. It says Call of Duty. This is just Call of Duty. Indiana Jones propelled Xbox Game Pass to a record quarter. That's good. This is good, man. That is really good. Seriously, because that's what they're trying to shoot for. Call of Duty wasn't the only game that helped push Game Pass to new heights. The earning call also mentioned Indiana Jones: The Great Circle, citing rave reviews. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella highlighted how Indiana Jones drew over 4 million players since its December 24th release. While not all those customers played the game on Game Pass, it certainly helped the service gain prominence, especially because the game was available as a day one release on the platform. Xbox Cloud Gaming, which is included in Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, had a big quarter. Two players streamed a record 140 million hours on the service in the past quarter. Microsoft will likely lean into the trend going forward. The company has already announced that several Call of Duty titles are coming to Xbox Cloud Gaming. Somebody in the comments said something about the Xbox Cloud Gaming, which could draw more users to the platform, which is good again. Whether the future will go the way Microsoft expects it in terms of cloud gaming and continued Game Pass growth has yet to be seen. But things have worked out well for the company so far. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I was hoping that it would, work out for them. You know what I mean? I just don't have no use for Game Pass, to be honest with you. That or PlayStation Plus. I think they're cool though. But it's just a bunch of advertisements after that. But yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, I know some of y'all listen to some of this. This guy says, I don't have Xbox, but as a PC gamer, I have been intrigued by PC Game Pass. It keeps getting big day one releases. I may just have to sign up. So that's what they want. That's what they want. It says this right here. It says thread. It says we want to hear from you. Share your opinions in the thread below, and remember to keep it respectful. So that's yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I've been trying to share some of this stuff. When I find something that's real interesting, I like to share it with you guys. But I think that's pretty good. I mean. C20. They've been wanting to, that's what Microsoft is trying to do, is get that Game Pass going. Somebody in the comments have made a comment about that. Is a nice chunk of change coming in every month. So I don't really know what subscriber count is or how much money they got coming in, but they got money coming in like, multiple different ways. That's a nice chunk of change, especially for their hardware to be not doing that well. But then again, I always hear people's like, there's no point of buying an Xbox if they're going to be on a Sony platform. I guess I could see that. I really can. But I do have an Xbox Series X, and it's supposed to be the most powerful console right now, over the PS5. But stuff runs better on the PS5 from what I'm hearing. But I don't know, man. I have an issue with people saying stuff like that because, well, not really. I don't have an issue about all that stuff at all. But what I'm saying is that, reword that, if Microsoft puts out these games and they're from the Microsoft company and I got an Xbox Series X, I don't see why I would be upset when I already got an Xbox Series X. I'm just trying to figure that concept. I understand about some people saying that things should be exclusive and all that kind of stuff, but it's just not that way. Their consoles are not selling. But I really do think that if they would have put out at least 4 games in the past 2 years that was bangers, that could have even been up for Game Award, it could have pushed some of that hardware sale. But Microsoft's just never been able to do that. So they're trying to go another route. I'm just saying, I'm just using my analysis. I ain't no Einstein. And I'm just saying that they're just trying to find ways to, I think third party is the best way instead of just throwing in the towel. But I just don't know how much more they could keep making those. If I was them, I would stop making those Xbox Series X. I'd just see how much is in the inventory. And I'd be like, we're just not making any more of these because we're not selling them. So I would just slow down on selling them. You know what I mean? Like if they're making Xbox Series X's and they're not selling, they should stop production, period. And what they have in their inventory, just let it sit until they can filter them out. Because eventually somebody will buy them. I think somebody will eventually buy them. You know, that's just like I'm consoled out. And what I mean by I'm consoled out, I have a PlayStation 5, I have a PlayStation 4 Pro, I have a PS3, I have a Nintendo Switch, I have a Steam Deck OLED, and I have my Xbox Scorpio, and I got my Xbox 360. And then I got a backlog of games I need to play, which I've been playing. So I think this is a win for everybody, really, because you could play, Sony is trying to put their games on Nintendo, but not Xbox. But then Xbox is putting their games on Sony, and they're actually putting it on Nintendo. So not only is Sony making money off the Sony people, which is the diehard Sony people, then you got the Xbox, diehards that's probably disappointed that their games are not going to be exclusive. So their games are being ported over to Nintendo and Sony. So you're not leaving any money on the table. So Xbox has become more profitable despite 530 million earning decrease. So they're scratching their way up. They're scratching their way out. I really think that what they're doing is a good strategy. It's just that the games has got to start being better. They got to start making some banger games to make that subscription so attractive. Don't make a bunch of mediocre games, man. Like these next few games that are coming out right now this year, I hope they are real good, because if they're real good, it'll draw people to Game Pass. Don't make crappy games just because you have this subscription service. Subscription service, you can just, we got all these mediocre games, we're just going to port them over to Game Pass. People sign up just to play them. No, they want to play something good. They want it to be attractive. You know what I'm saying? If I was to sign up for PlayStation Plus, obviously they got an attractive, because they got a nice little library. But now, when they announce some of their games every month, some of the games that they put on there, sometimes you'd be like, wow, that's a terrible, you might say that's a terrible month that they're putting on the PS Plus. But, they put them up there for you to play for a certain limited time. And what they do is they make you see if you like those games, and you might buy them. Some of those games are cheap. But still, you buy a game that's 4 or 5 years old and you're buying it off, I don't know, if you're buying off the Microsoft, games are, when you buy a new game or something, or old game or something, that money's going somewhere. It's making profit somewhere. So anyway, I don't know all them little, business strategy things, but I'm just sharing this with you. But I just think that that's good news for those guys. I just think that's good news, because I kind of knew that Call of Duty would draw in a lot of numbers. Because, a lot of people, like I said, they'll just go ahead and sign up and then cancel. Some will forget, though. Some of them forget, and then they be like, oh, man, I forgot to cancel my Xbox Game Pass, man. And then when they go to cancel, then they'll start playing some, then they might not cancel. That's how they hook you. That's why all these streaming services and Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, and all that. But man, I tell y'all, man, them $15 and that $10 and that $12 and that $9 and that $7, man, they all add up a month. Better off just, I don't know, figuring out. I don't have those things, because like I said, I have a backlog of games I need to play. If I really, really was wanting to play something on Game Pass, I would drop $15 just to play a game, and I could see what they're doing, because again, they're like, all right, we know that some people are going to cancel after they play the game. But if we get, like I said, if they get 400,000, I don't know, let's just say 70,000 people at $15, and they all cancel in a month, I don't know, that's 70,000 times $15. That's a nice chunk of change. And then the next month, somebody else will do the same thing. Next month, you might get another 70,000, then they'll cancel. Then they'll just keep doing it. But at the end of the day, that 70,000, 80,000 of $15 a month, that's a nice chunk of change. They got money continually cycling in. So The same way with Sony, and it's the same way with Microsoft and Sony that's selling the games to different platforms. The only thing is Sony is not selling their games to the Microsoft platform, but Microsoft is trying to become a third party, so they don't care either way. They're gonna sell. Sony's like, I don't care, man. We'll you can go ahead, we'll take it or whatever. And then, but we're still not giving you our games. It seems like Sony's just not giving Microsoft any games. So they may be in the future if it's like maybe 11 or 12 years old, but I don't know. I ain't heard nothing. But at the end of the day, all this is extra money because, you know, they're a business and that's what they're in, a business to making money. So it's a good strategy. But I think Nintendo is the one that's just sitting off to the side, like smiling, having the biggest smile on their face, because they're the ones that's really, to me, it's just out of all this mess, they're the ones that seems like they're just doing, you know, okay. What I mean by that is they just staying true to what helped them. And now you got, like I said, I don't know how Astrobot would do on the Nintendo Switch 2 or you know, Doom. That's Microsoft. One of my Microsoft is putting out this month, is coming out. You know, if that comes to the Nintendo Switch 2 and it goes over to obviously people that's got the PlayStation 5 is gonna, you know, play that game. So it's a, I think it's a win-win situation. You know, they just got to keep finagling and figuring out and strategizing and all that kind of stuff. So I get it, man. I really do. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you guys. Folks, have a great day. Be safe out there. Be blessed, and thanks for watching.